Whoa! Let's keep it professional and focused on the accounting RMJ. We're here to crush this depreciation problem. Ready to pick up where we left off with the Baxter Co asset? Alright, let's break this down piece by piece using your notes. First, we need to find out how much value the asset lost before the change happened. We start with the straight line formula. In your problem, the cost is $100,000. Since no residual value is mentioned, we assume it's zero. That $100,000 comes straight from the purchase price on January 1st X1, and we divide by the original 5-year life. Now, 2 years passed before the revision, all of X1 and all of X2. We need the carrying amount, which is just the cost minus the accumulated depreciation. The $20,000 is what we just calculated, and the 2 years is the time from X1 to X3. This $60,000 is our new starting point. Does it make sense why we needed to find the value specifically at the date the estimate changed? Actually, it is the other way around. Think of it like this. The carrying amount is what is left on the books, so you start with the big number, the original cost, and subtract the value that has been used up. If we did it the other way, annual depreciation minus cost, we would end up with a negative number, which would look a bit funky on a balance sheet. Does that clear up why we subtract the depreciation from the cost? I see what you're getting at. You're looking at that jump from the original 5 years to the new 8 years, right? In accounting, when the estimate changes, we don't go back and fix the past. We just take the value we have left, that's $60,000, and spread it over the new remaining life. The $60,000 came from our step 2 calculation, and the 8 years is the new estimate from the problem. So for the year X3, the expense is $7,500. Do you see how the years past only mattered for finding that $60,000 starting point? Perfect. Now for the finish line. We need the value at the end of year X3. We take that $60,000 we had at the start of the year and subtract the 1 year of new depreciation we just found. The $60,000 is from our previous step 2, and the $7,500 is the X3 depreciation from step 3. That leaves us with $52,500. Ready for a quick recap of the whole flow? So, the big takeaway here is that when an estimate changes, you find the carrying amount on that day and use it as your new cost basis. No looking back at the original cost once that revision hits. I put those flashcards on the board for you to grab. Before we wrap this session, do you want to try a quick practice question where the life gets shorter instead of longer? All right, I've mapped out every single number and where it came from. The 100,000 in original 5 years were our starting point. We used those to get the 20,000 per year. Since 2 years passed, we knocked off 40,000 to get our 60,000 balance. Then we used that 60,000 and divided it by the new 8-year estimate to get 7,500. Subtracting that 1 year of new depreciation from our 60,000 balance gave us the final answer of 52,500. Does seeing exactly where each number was born help? Great question. In an exam, you've got to be a detective. The biggest hint or red flag is any mention of the word revised or changed, along with a specific date in the middle of the asset's life. Whenever you see those keywords, think of it as a reset point. You calculate the value up to that day, then start fresh as if you just bought the asset for that new value. Does that help you spot them faster?